In the last lesson, I showed you how to install WordPress on your own domain, and we did it with this one, MikeOmarPhotography.com.
This video is brought to you by Appy Academy.
And what you're looking at here is the default installation of WordPress. Once you install WordPress on your own domain, this is what you're going to be presented with. It's a very basic, nothing has been done to it yet presentation of your website. In this lesson, I'm going to teach you how to start to modify this website to, whatever it is you want to do with it, whether it's a website or a blog, whatever. I'm going to show you how to install themes, which pretty much means the appearance of the website, the structure, the colors, everything like that. I'm going to show you how to add posts and pages to the website. Essentially, what I mean is the content. And I'm also going to show you how to modify the sidebar so that you could add links or announcements, social media buttons, whatever it is you want. I'll show you how to do all that in this lesson. I'm also going to show you how to modify the settings so that this website will be completely search engine optimized or SEO'd, which the point of that is that your website will be more search engine friendly, so you'll rank for more keywords in Google, Bing, things like that. All right, so let's begin. Okay, so here we're looking at the front of WordPress, the front end. This is pretty much what the entire world will see whenever they go to your domain. To start to modify this website, we want to go to the back end, and to do that, you just put in your domain name.com or your domain name dot whatever, then /wp-admin, press enter, and it will take you to this login page. In this login page, put in your username and password, the one you signed up with, log in, and I'll see you at the next screen. Okay, so the first thing I want to show you is how to add content to your website, and there's two ways to do that with WordPress. There are posts and there are pages. The posts being right here and the pages being right here. The difference is posts. So WordPress was originally set up as blogging software. It can be used to make a regular website or a blog. Either one is fine, but that's to explain the setup a little. So posts are your entries or the actual meat of your website. If you have a website about photography, then these would be the posts that you make about photography, whatever it is you want to write about, different types of photography, some photos you took, whatever it is you want to do. Pages would be more in reference to the kinds of URLs on your website that are about me page, contact, our story, terms and conditions, stuff like that. And if you go to the website itself, you'll see that, every theme has a different setup, but this default theme, the default WordPress theme for this year, 2014, is going to have the pages up here along the top, and you'll see the posts here in the sidebar that's on the left side. But later on, when we change the theme, you're going to see some different layouts anyway, but that's pretty standard, having the pages along the top and the posts along the sidebar. Alright, so now I'm going to show you us adding an actual post and an actual page. So right now, recent posts, hello world, there's just one. When you click on it, it just says, hello world, welcome to WordPress, this is your first post, edit or delete. That's the one it comes with. So when you go to the dashboard and you press on posts, you'll see that post is right here, hello world. You can edit it, quick edit, trash, view, whatever. So let's go here and add a new post. This is my first post. Whoops. Hello, exclamation mark. Let's publish it. Give it a second. All right, it's published. So now when we go back to the website, we'll refresh, and you'll now see that there's two posts here, hello world, and this is my first post. Press on here. This is my first post, and it says hello, and it says, this is the default it comes with. The date you posted it, who posted it, leave a comment, etc. So now, let's go back here. Let's go back to all the posts listed. So there should be two. This is my first post in hello world. So now we're going to trash this one. Okay, it's been deleted. Now let's renew. Here's the two, and now there's just one. This is my first post. So just like that, that's how you add posts, delete posts. There's obviously a lot more detail to this, but that's the overall. Pages works the exact same way. Right now we only have sample page, And under sample page, it says, this is an example page, blah, 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 blah. So let's do something else. Let's go to to pages. There's a sample page right there. I'm going to show you something. Let's click on sample page. Let's just delete this, update it. You're going to see that pages and posts work the exact same way in terms of how to manipulate them. They only show up in different parts of the website. So now let's refresh this page. And just like that, the part that was here before that I deleted is no longer there. So you'll see it's actually really easy to start to modify it. Now let's add a page, just to give you another example. Pages, add new. Contact me. Feel free to contact me about anything at all. Let's publish it. Go back here, let's refresh. So now you see there's a sample page and there's the contact me page. And if we press here on contact me, it's what I wrote. Feel free to contact me about anything at all. Alright, so now I'm going to show you how to update the sidebar or modify it to however you see fit. So for example, right here, the very first thing on the sidebar is a search button, then recent posts. Recent comments is blank because there are no comments. Archive, there's only January 2014. Categories, we haven't set up any categories yet, and then the meta section. So this all can be changed, and I'm going to show you how right now. Go back to the back end. We're going to go to Appearance and then to Widgets. And right here, you're going to see that the way it's set up is actually pretty cool. It's just pretty much a drop and drag system. So for example, that search bar at the top, we can just remove it if we want to. We can remove recent posts, we can remove meta, and then we can also add things. We can add whatever we want. We could decide to add a calendar if we want to, and you can drop it anywhere. We could also add some text wherever we want. And so for example, let's say this is the new setup that we want. We want to keep archives, we want to keep recent, well, let's take this out since it's going to be blank anyway. Text, archives, calendar, and categories. Or let's take out categories too, just so you guys see an example. Then in text, title, we'll just put title in here. And this is the text in my text widget. Save it, close it, archives. Let's, instead of having it say archive, let's make it say history. Display is drop down, press check. Right now I'm just picking kind of random stuff so you can see just how customizable it is. Press save, and calendar, instead of calendar, let's put time. Alright, actually let's just leave it as is so you'll see that it will just say calendar. So we'll close these back up, go back over here, reload, and you'll see it's everything we did. The title of the text widget just says title because that's what we put. This is my text in my text widget. The history, and it was a drop down menu so you can select the month, and then a calendar right here, and nothing else. So pretty much you can actually see that the sidebar is really, really easy to manipulate. And there's some other options over here. Content sidebar. I'm actually not sure what that is because this theme is actually new to me. I haven't used it before. Let's just do a little test. Let's put a text widget in there. Content sidebar. Let's see where this shows up. Save. And the footer one, let's add something in there, and it should be along the bottom. Let's say we want our pages to be along the footer as well. Whoops, hold on. Let's update. Let's open this. And let's have the pages show up down there as well. Pages in the footer. Save. And let's just kind of see what happens. So we go back here. Reload. Oh, okay. So the content sidebar is right here on this theme, which I suppose means you could have two sidebars pretty much. You could have one on the left and one on the right. So the content sidebar is the one on the right. The pages were here along the top by default, and then now we have them in the footer as well. See? Pages in the footer. So as you can see, it's pretty easy to manipulate all this stuff. Let's put another text one in the footer just to see what happens. Widget number 2 in the footer. Thank you for visiting my photography website. Save it. Let's go back here, reload this, and there's widget number 2 in the footer right here. So as you can see, we're already, you already at this point have a decent idea of how to start manipulating all this. You could add posts, you can add pages, and you can manipulate all these different sidebars. Also remember that in the widget area, each theme is different. So for example, this one, there's 3 different places you can add widgets, which is the primary sidebar, the content sidebar, and the footer area. Other themes will offer more areas, other themes will offer less. It's just kind of, you explore a new theme as you get to know it, and then you see what options you have. But that is pretty much how you modify the sidebars. And now I'm going to teach you how to install different themes on here. Alright, so this is a default theme for WordPress. Now I'm going to show you how to add themes. At first I'm going to show you how to add all the free themes that are available on WordPress. Once I do that, I'm going to show you how you could get premium themes that you could pay for. And there's different options for that. But first let's start with the free ones. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with going with a free theme. There's a lot of great ones. And let me show you how you get them. So once again, go to the sidebar. Under Appearance, you press on Themes. So here is actually the pre-installed themes. Every year WordPress comes out with a different theme. So there's 2012, 2013, 2014. So I guess before I show you how to search for new themes, I'll show you how to install one of the older ones. So let's just press here on Activate. And now this is the theme that the website is using. So let's reload this. And as you can see, I'm now on a different theme. But what's really cool about it is when you update a theme, everything that you had before that can be transferred will be transferred. For example, you know, the title and the tagline, obviously, the pages that you had, and the posts that you had, and the way your widgets were set up. So your content sidebar and your footer sidebar. So if you were to update to a theme that didn't have the equivalent widgets, for example, it didn't have a footer widget available, then those wouldn't transfer over, and you'd have to go back again and customize a little bit. But for the most part, most of the stuff on your website will transfer over, so you don't have to fear losing your content or losing the things you've done because you're getting a new theme. So that's one really nice thing about getting new themes. But let's find some new themes. Alright, so we're going to go here to Add New. And we're going to use the search one because we're just going to look for a free theme that's available. So if you go down here, you can if you have something specific in mind, like say you want a gray website and you want it to have 2 columns and you want it to have, you know, all these different kinds of features, then you can go ahead and check them off. Right now I'm not going to be really too picky because I just want to show you guys an example. So I'm going to leave them all unchecked, leave the keywords blank, and just press search. So all these themes that are showing up, you can take a look at and sort of see if they're the theme that you would want for a website. So let's just scroll down and let's stop here. Let's do preview for our current website. So preview will sort of show us what the theme would look like. This is actually a really cool looking theme. I really like it. So the preview gives us a, you know, what it might look like if you were to use this theme on your website. And well, why not? Let's just try it. So you could press install here. And then you press activate. All right, let's see what happens. So now this is the new theme activated on our website. So it's actually a really cool looking theme. It still says Mike Omar Photography along the top. This thing, in the original theme we were using, there wasn't this thing, but I'm sure with this website there will be something in the back end where you'll be able to manipulate this or change it how you want. As you can see, the pages I had from before are still here, and the content sidebar is still here, and there's actually the footer one too. So actually the transfer went over pretty well. Let's go back to the home page, and let's go back to the back end to appearance. And this is something that happens not with all themes, but with some of them. So under appearance, there's all these tabs that are usually here, and then you see this one for parabola settings. Parabola is the name of this theme. So if we press here, this is, wow, actually this theme is actually really detailed. There's a lot of different options here, so that's actually really cool. But yeah, you can come here. See, for example, I've never used this theme before, and I'm seeing this for the first time, and in a lot of these cases, it's just kind of a sort of explore and mess with and, trial and error type thing. But, there's a lot of things you can do here. Let's press on color scheme and see what happens. Whoa. All right, so let's press this one, basket case. Oh, I think that might mean it's already set. I was waiting for something to load. Let's see what happens. Nope, it didn't change anything. Let's see, do we have to save it? Load color scheme, okay. Okay. And here we have the new color scheme. So that was just an example. That's something specific to this theme, but it's not universal. But just to show you one more example, let's go back to themes, add new, search again, and let's just do this one. This one looks a lot more, maybe more casual. It could be for like a blog. It's called Whimsical Love, so maybe it could be like a romantic poetry type blog. I mean, whatever you want. Obviously, whatever type of website you're making, you try and look for the equivalent type of theme that would fit it. If you got a really technical blog, then you probably want something that looks very technical. If you have something about romance, then maybe this is more fitting. So let's just do one more. Install now. Activate. Customize, it's really cool they have this button here. I'm guessing when you go to customize, it takes you to the theme. Oh, okay. I see what this is. It's just a different way to customize your website from a different place. I'm not going to use this, but again, it's something worth exploring. Let's just go back here, reload, and just like that, you have a totally different type of looking website. And again, you have the same pages right up here, the widgets here on your sidebar, and as you'll see here, there's actually no second sidebar. The primary sidebar is the one on the right. The second one doesn't exist, and the footer widgets also don't exist. So that's an example of, all the widgets not necessarily transferring over. But I mean, just that's how easy to get different themes, and there are lots and lots of themes to choose from. Now I'm going to show you how to get really, really professional themes. Alright, so if you're watching this video on Udemy, just go to the description here and click on these two links here. Or if you're watching the video on YouTube or somewhere else, these links will also be right within the description, but go ahead and click on those. These two websites are the two places where I go for when I need a premium theme. Elegant Themes is absolutely fantastic for really professional, really awesome looking themes that are really customizable. And it's pretty much, I'm a member of this site, so this is pretty much where I get all my themes. And then the Thesis 2.0 theme is really cool for if you have a very, very specific project in mind or you want something super customizable. So if you have a client that wants something very exact, or you have a very, very specific, layout, color theme, exactly what you want your website to do, Thesis is a website I would recommend. It's actually really good for when you have clients who want a specific type of website with an exact layout, exact font, exact colors, things like that. This is what I would recommend. If you just want a awesome looking professional theme, designed by professionals, by professional graphic designers, but they're already pre-made, and then you just go in and pick color schemes or whatever, and then just kind of do your own layout stuff on your own, then I'd go with Elegant Themes. Elegant Themes is also really cool because they have a complete support staff. So a lot of times when you are trying to do something specific within WordPress, or maybe a plugin doesn't work or something, plugins I'll go into later, by the way. Elegant Themes has a support staff that'll help you out, and they're pretty much always available. So in this example, and for the website I'm going to build, which is Mike Omar Photography, I'm actually going to go with an Elegant theme because they are perfect for that sort of thing. So right now I'm going to show you how to install one of their themes. So here we're at the homepage of Elegant Themes. Like I said, I really love this website. I love the themes that these guys offer. If you're here, just click on Viewer Themes, and you can start scrolling down and seeing all the different themes that they offer for any type of website that you want. Any one that you like, you can just click on and learn more about. For example, this one right here is actually the theme I'm using for my photography school. And if you scroll down, it sort of tells you a little bit about the theme, all the different things it can do, the different color schemes, browser compatibility. Essentially, you can tell that when you get a theme from a place like this, it's going to have a lot more customizability, a lot more options. It's going to be compatible with a lot more people. You're going to have full support. That's kind of the reason behind paying for a theme versus getting a free one. A free one might be buggy. There might be a lot of things wrong with it. If something isn't compatible with some kind of plugin or something, you may not have anyone to ask. You may have to either figure it out yourself or, get a different theme. So that's one of the advantages of going with one of these paid themes. It's why I'm using it for my photography school. And actually, if you go to my main website, the MakeMoneyFromHomeLionsClub.com, this is actually a theme from Elegant Themes as well. If you go over here, here it is, the preview for it from the website itself. It's called The Corporation. And a long time ago, before I made the Lions Club, I was looking at this website, reading about this theme. I decided I liked it. But, as you can see, when you click here, let's do a preview. When you click here, you can see the similarities between their sample website and then my actual website, the one that I use to this day. So if you're looking through and you decide that you like one of the themes, you go ahead and become a member, whichever level membership you want to become. So you could go to plans and pricing. There's personal, developer, and lifetime access. Just read about the different ones, see which one you think is good for you, and go ahead and sign up for the website. I'm already a member, so I'm just going to log in, and I'm going to take a look around, kind of figure out, where am I? View our themes. I'm going to take a look around, figure out which theme I want to use for Mike Omar Photography, which the point of the website is to display the photographs I take from taking my own online school. And by my own school, I mean I'm going to be a student. The teachers themselves are the ones who know about photography. I'm going to do the whole experiment myself and go ahead and learn about photography as well. But I'm going to make myself a website, and that'll eventually be what Mike Omar Photography becomes. And it'll be using one of these themes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to log in, pick whichever theme I like, and then when I pick the one I like, it's going to have me download that file, and it'll be a zip file. It'll just be one file, and I'm just going to save it to my desktop. And once I have it saved to my desktop, I will resume again, and I will show you how to upload that theme onto your website if you decide you want to get an Elegant theme or a theme from somewhere else, like the Thesis 2.0 theme, whichever one you want. The way these themes work is you don't get the theme directly on your website from the back end of your website. You actually download the theme and then re-upload it, and I'll show you how to do that in the next screen. Oh, so I should have pointed this out earlier, but I was looking through the different categories here, and if you are making a photography website, then I suppose it makes sense to look through the portfolio themes that they have. So I'm going to be picking one of these. Probably, let's see which one stands out. I think this one looks pretty good for a photography website, for one to display your photography. I'm going to press here, press live theme demo. So this is pretty much an example of the actual website and what it would look like. I mean, this one looks pretty good. It's got a way to scroll through different websites. It looks really nice. It looks really professional. It has got, I actually really like this one. So I think I'm going to use this one as the theme I download and upload to Mike Omar Photography. So once you see me completing the website, it's going to look something like this. Actually, let me take one more look. Themes, portfolio. I mean, a lot of these look really cool. Like I said, this is the one I'm actually using for the school itself. This one looks really cool too. Maybe I'll go with that one instead. Either way, we'll see. I'm going to look a little bit longer. This one, let's see, press here, live theme demo. I mean, this one looks really cool too. You can scroll through the different photos like this. I mean, there's a lot of really cool ones, but go ahead, take a look. If you like one of these themes, I definitely recommend working with this company anyway because of the support. And I will meet you at the next screen once I finally choose. Okay, I figure I'd just show you the entire process. So now I'm logged into Elegant Themes, and I'm at the page where you actually download the files. So I looked around for a while, and the one that I finally want to do is Envisioned. So I'm here. This is the Envisioned file. I download it, download the theme package. I'm going to save it to my desktop. And there it started downloading. In fact, it's already done downloading. So close here. And here's the file. It's just a zip file. You don't have to open it. You don't have to do anything. It's right there. Now, I will go back to the back end of Mike Omar Photography. Here we are still in the same section, Appearance and Themes. And here I'm going to go back to Add New. But instead of searching for a free theme, I'm going to upload one that's already saved onto my computer. Choose File. Let's go to Desktop. Envision zip. Open. Install now. And activate. And now, when we go over here and upload this again, I now have this professional. Obviously, it's not filled out. As you can see, though, the pages came over, the widgets came over, everything, but obviously it still doesn't have any photos. But this is a theme that I'll be building out my website on. And just like the other one I showed you, when you go here, it has Envision themed options. And there's obviously something for you to explore on your own, and I'm eventually going to have to go through all this and figure all this out, but you're going to see that there's a lot more customizable features with one of these professional paid-for themes than one of the free ones. But that is how you pick your theme, and whether you want a free one or a paid one, that's how you do it. Alright, so we've got a lot of the basics down. One more thing I want to go over is the basic settings that you want to manipulate for your WordPress website. And those can all be found right here under settings. And I'm going to go through each of these one by one and sort of show you how it all works. Oh, what's going on? There we go. So Mike Omar Photography, and for all your photography needs, if you remember, this is actually what we set up when we were installing WordPress, and this is where you can change it back up. So right here with this theme, it's just going to have their image that then you have to replace later on at the top. But if you were using another theme, it would say Mike Omar Photography for all your photography needs. And then if I were to want to change this tagline or take it off and then come down here and save it, it would update right along the top here. Let's see what else. Your website URL, site address, that's all fine. The email address, that's important because WordPress will give you notifications about comments or things like that, maybe updates, and they'll go to your email address, so make sure that's correct. All this stuff is fine. Obviously, read through all these things a little bit more closely, but I just want to kind of move through it quickly so you don't get bored. I just want to point out the most important things. Default post category, once you start having categories, you might want them to all fall under a certain category by default. Convert emoticons, post format, standard versus all these different ones. Again, just sort of look through all these things. Take a look. If you don't understand what everything is, that's fine. All this stuff is fine as it should be. Reading actually has a really important one. So, for example, WordPress, like I've said, is blogging software. So the default setting is as you add posts, week after week or day after day, month, whatever it is, month after month, could be as sporadic as you want. But every post you add will eventually be the top post on the main page, and they'll keep getting pushed down as you add more and more posts. If you have a blog, then that might be what you want. But if you're just trying to set up like a static website and not a blog, then what you could do is you could go here to reading settings, and instead of the front showing your latest post, you can make it pick a static page, which can be any of your pages or any front page, post page. Yeah, it can be any post or any page. So, no, I'm sorry, I think it can only be just any page. So for example, right now it's just showing the latest post, which is, this is my post. Let's make it display one of my pages, which, as you recall, the pages are right here. So contact me and sample page. And I'm going to make one more real quick just to reinforce the last lesson. This is the page I want on my home page. Welcome. By the way, remember it was saying categories? You can actually set the category. Where is it? Whatever. It's something we'll look at later. But there is a way to, you can't categorize this because this is a page. You can categorize posts, but I'll show you how to do that later. Let's just press publish. Publish. Here, because we touched on the topic, let me just do that real quick too. Posts. Here is post number 7. Welcome. So here is the categories. Right now it's uncategorized. That's the only category that exists. My photos, let's make that a category. Add new category. Check it and press publish. So that's how categories work. And the point of categories is, if you go back to appearance and then to widgets, you can make categories one of the things in your sidebar. So let's reload this. Categories. So there's uncategories and there's my photos. And every post in my photos will show up when you press my photos, just like in uncategorized. Okay, but sorry for that detour. Let's go back to what we were doing. So settings, reading. I want to pick a static page, and I want it to be, this is the page I want on my home page. Press save changes. Now, as you can see, this is the latest post. When I reload this, oh sorry, but that's just under my photos category. When I reload, when I go to the home page, this is the page I want on my home page, and that's the only thing that will display on my home page. So that is one way. If you just want the same page to always show up on your home page instead of the post that you're updating, that's the way to do it. And this is where you set that up. Again, there's more options here. How many, if you decide to do a blog and you want the post to show up, how many posts show up on the front, whether you want the full text or the summary. Again, go through all these one by one, but it's a good area to know exists for updating your website. Discussion. This is all for when you put up posts and people comment and discussions start. These are the different options for, how all that works, whether you're notified, how many comments are allowed, when do comments become closed. Again, look through all these one by one and kind of decide what you want for yourself. But there's a lot of options here. Media. This is related to images. I'm not going to show you how to upload images now. I'm going to show you that in the next lesson, but that's what this is related to. Again, a lot of this stuff may seem overwhelming, but once you start using this more and more, you'll find that it's not as hard as it seems, and also you'll find that a lot of this stuff you never have to touch anyway. Like the default settings are absolutely fine. And the last one is permalinks. Permalinks is actually really important for SEO purposes. So I'm going to show you something. When you go here to the website, let's click on the sample page, and you'll see that the actual URL is michaelmoorphotography.com/page ID number 2. It's really ugly, and that's actually not good for SEO. And the same thing would happen for posts. If we go to posts, my photos, and then here's post number 7, actually go to that post, look up here, it's /P=13. 1, not very attractive, and 2, not search engine optimized, search engine friendly. So for example, if we wanted to rank, let's say just randomly, we wanted to rank for number 7, it would be good that this says number 7 here. We would want number 7 to be up here, which it's not. Again, I'm going to go over all this later. But another place we want number 7 to be is right here. And by number 7, I mean this exact text, not the actual number 7. So maybe a better example is if is post were the keyword that we wanted to rank for, we would want this to say is post. And that would be a much more powerful SEO trigger. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over here to permalink settings, and we're going to make it so that the default setting makes it so that every page and every post that you create automatically is SEO optimized. So we're going to click on post name and save changes. So I'm going to show you what happened. Let's add a new post. Let's add a new one. And this one we're gonna name the title of the post my favorite, or let's put like top camera reviews, because that's an actual keyword that someone might want to rank for. Now let's capitalize it so it looks nice. Top camera reviews. These are the best cameras on the market, etc. Let's put in my photos again. Publish. So this again. And actually, so we can get to the post easier, let's go to Appearance, Widgets, and Recent Posts. Well, let's put it right at the very top. Again, I'm doing a lot of this stuff just to reinforce the past lesson. So, reload here. Recent Posts, the one we just made, top camera reviews. And here's the post that we just made, but if you look at the URL, it is now a lot prettier. It's not P equals, some random number. It's top camera reviews. And that'll just make your website look more professional. It'll be more search engine optimized. It'll be nicer. So we want to do that. And that, for the most part, you have all the basics down in the final lesson of how to make this website. Not the final lesson of the whole course, but of this website. I'm going to teach you how to add photos, how to make money from this website, if you want to, how to add a PayPal button, maps, contact form, basically take this basic website and make it a lot more professional and clean it up. Alright guys, thank you for watching. In the next lesson, we will complete this website, add all the finishing touches, all the other things you need to know for how to complete a website. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them under the video and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. You can also email me, I can answer you there. And be sure to subscribe to my newsletter. Thank you for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next video.